Have you ever picked up your phone for just 5 seconds, only to somehow lose 30 minutes? How did that happen? Were you lazy, undisciplined, weak, or is something much bigger happening inside your head? Right now, there is a war happening inside your brain. And the strange part is that you don't even know you're fighting it. Every single day, your attention is being pulled in thousands of different directions. Your phone vibrates. A notification appears. A video starts playing. Your mind suddenly jumps to something else. Then another thought appears. And another. Does this sound familiar? If it does, you're not broken. You're human. Because the human brain was never designed for the world we live in today. In fact, your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Thousands of years ago, distraction was a survival skill. Imagine you're walking through a forest. Would you stay focused on one thing for hours? Of course not. Your ancestors constantly scanned their surroundings. Movement, sounds, changes, potential danger. The people who noticed more survived more. Distraction kept humans alive. But today, that same survival system has a new enemy. Modern life. Your brain now lives inside a world it never evolved for. For thousands of years, humans had limited information. Today, information is infinite. And your brain still reacts to every new thing as if it might be important. Think about this. Why do you immediately check your phone? Why do you open social media without thinking? Why do you click another video when you promised yourself you wouldn't? Who is actually making those decisions? You or your brain? Because here's something strange. Your brain hates uncertainty. Every notification contains uncertainty. Every message contains uncertainty. Every video contains uncertainty. And uncertainty is irresistible. Your brain desperately wants answers. This is why one notification can completely destroy your concentration. Then another invisible chemical enters the story. Dopamine. Most people think dopamine is the happiness chemical. But that's not true. Dopamine is the anticipation chemical. It doesn't reward what you have. It rewards what might happen next. Maybe the next video will be interesting. Maybe the next message will be important. Maybe the next post will be exciting. Maybe. And your brain loves maybe. Have you noticed how platforms never truly end? You scroll. Then another video appears. Then another. Then another. Have you ever reached the bottom? Of course not. Because there is no bottom. Infinite content meets a brain that loves novelty. That is a dangerous combination. But here's an even stranger question. Why can you binge watch a show for 6 hours, yet struggle to read for 20 minutes? The answer isn't laziness. It's energy. Your brain constantly tries to save energy. Thinking is expensive. Deep focus is expensive. Concentration consumes enormous amounts of energy. Distraction is easier. Your brain loves easy. This is why your brain constantly negotiates with you. Let's check our phone quickly. Let's do it later. Let's watch one video first. And suddenly an hour disappears. Then another hour. But perhaps the biggest enemy isn't your phone. It's context switching. Imagine trying to read a book, then checking a message, then answering an email, then watching a short video, then returning to your book. Do you know what just happened? Your brain had to restart itself 5 times. Every switch has a cost. And most people are paying that cost all day long. This is why many people feel exhausted despite doing very little. Their brain never gets to rest. It is constantly changing gears. Now here's the scary part. The attention economy knows this. Entire companies are competing for one thing. Your attention. Netflix, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, news apps, games. Every company is fighting for minutes. Because minutes eventually become money. The longer you stay, the more they earn. And millions of engineers are constantly trying to answer one question. How do we keep humans engaged a little bit longer? This doesn't make technology evil. It simply means the game is very difficult. Imagine trying to resist thousands of engineers whose full-time job is understanding human behavior. Would you win every day? Probably not. But here's the good news. Your brain also has a secret weapon. Awareness. Because once you understand the game, you stop blaming yourself. You stop saying you're lazy. You stop saying you're weak. Instead, you start building systems. Systems beat willpower. Always. Because willpower eventually runs out. Systems don't. So what can you do? First, remove friction. Put your phone farther away. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Create distance between yourself and temptation. Second, stop multitasking. Your brain was never designed to do many things at once. Do one thing, then another, then another. Third, make boredom normal again. When was the last time you stood in line without reaching for your phone? When was the last time you sat quietly for 5 minutes? Your brain needs boredom. Boredom is where creativity lives. Boredom is where ideas appear. Boredom is where deep thinking begins. And perhaps the biggest solution is this. Protect your attention like money. Because attention is becoming one of the most valuable resources on earth. You can lose money and earn it back. You can lose opportunities and create new ones. But you can never get time back. Every distraction quietly steals pieces of your life. And those pieces eventually become years. Maybe that's the biggest realization of all. This isn't a war against technology. This isn't a war against social media. This is a war for your attention. And attention ultimately becomes your life. Because whatever you consistently pay attention to eventually becomes your future. The next time you unlock your phone, ask yourself one question. Who made this decision? Was it you? Or was it your brain quietly doing exactly what it was designed to do? And perhaps understanding that difference changes everything.